right, ladies and gentlemen, you're getting the idea. That is the closing bell because this is the daily closing bell report. And we are joined by Newsmax Deputy Financial Editor Rob Williams. And welcome.
Steve, thank you, Steve.
Always good
to be here.
Always good to have you, even though your name is not in the prompter. That's okay. Oh, there it is. It's above the thing. It threw me. I'm just.
You know who I am, right?
I was thrown. Okay, let's put in the screen for the folks. The Dow up 40 points today. The Nasdaq up 19, and the S&P up 6. So here we go. The fourth record close in a row for at least the Dow and the S&P.
Well, that's right, and I suppose you'd expect me to be more excited than I am because it was actually a pretty slow day, another really slow day with not a lot of action, and yet the stocks ramped up, particularly in the last half hour, and closed at a record.
Yeah, all right. And to what do you attribute? What do you attribute that to? I mean, it was a boring kind of slow day. It was floating around. It was down a little. It was up a little. But it just seems like even on these, days of no news or no significance, really,
yeah.
It just keeps managing to eke out another record.
Well, I think, yeah, you're right. It was a combination of things. There weren't a lot of data out today, so traders didn't have a lot to go on with the economy and other factors. Earnings reports were, it's kind of slowing down, so we didn't see a lot there. And the week ahead looks pretty slow for data, too.
Well, let's talk about something that the president came out and endorsed and really got behind. And he wants the FCC to regulate the internet as they would telephone companies, for instance, for cable companies, telephone companies, and this is known as net neutrality. Now, there's a lot of mixed feelings on this. I know Ted Cruz says that this is Obamacare for the internet. And Obama certainly phrased it in a way that would make it appealing or sound appealing to the consumers. But what's the effect here on I know that media stocks went down.
Yeah, President Obama really shocked the market, I think, with the strength of his statement against or for net neutrality and wanting the FCC to regulate the internet like a public utility. Cable stocks in particular, got hammered today. We saw Time Warner Cable falling 5%, Comcast 4%, Cablevision, Charter Communications, all of them just got killed today on that, and they were very riled up. AT&T is threatening legal action if this is the course the FCC chooses to go. Yeah,
this is something that's going to go on for, and I think the key word there is court action, because if the FCC does go ahead with this, I think you're going to see a lot of court action. Basically, it prohibits the cable companies from making deals with internet providers, correct?
Right. It would. In the spirit, they say, of trying to make everyone an equal player on the internet, it would prevent companies from having preferential deals with, I don't know, a company like Netflix, which is a bandwidth hog. Supposedly, Netflix takes up 30% of internet traffic, and yet it isn't necessarily forced to pay any more than anybody else.
Right.
It did try to do some deals it did have some deals with the internet service providers where it would get speedier access, right. But this net neutrality would actually limit that kind of
So
thing.
all that's here the week ahead, we got to wait till Friday, I guess. Well, a long week for retail sales, nothing much in between, but you never know what'll influence the markets, and it's always good to talk to you, Rob. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Steve.
All right, Rob Williams, Newsmax Deputy Financial Editor, ladies and gentlemen, with the Daily Closing Bell Report. If you want to take control of your financial future, check out moneynews.com. You can do that live 24/7. And if you stick around, which I know you will do, and there it is, there's Money News on the screen. I love when they put that up there. It's Gimme 5. It's coming your way next, part 2 of our George W. Bush Gimme 5. Don't miss it on the Steve Malzberg Show.